Hey YouTube, I hope you're all having a great day today. I want to start off this video by just giving a very special thank you to everybody that's recently stopped by the channel. Even if you've spent just a couple of seconds of your time and out of your day looking at a video of mine, thank you very, very much. I did not expect to see any bit of success with this really, so again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But for this, kind of the purpose of this video, we're going to be starting a brand new build. Really excited about this one. A little bit of backstory. When I was a kid growing up, I had a family member that owned a um, residential construction company and never really built the entire home, but did a lot of home remodeling, renovations, things like that. Was really a artist within kind of that world, that craft, and what that family member was able to create. So, with that being said, let's take a look. I actually bought a new asset, packed from the marketplace store, and that is going to be the modular classic style American 20 house pack. I think right now this is about 50% off. It was a pretty good deal, but lots of really good stuff in here. You can see we have I think yeah, well, 20 fully furnished exteriors to homes, and there's a lot of interior stuff. But let's take a look through some of the photos, and right off the bat, you can see a lot of really cool furniture ideas here. I think he'll be a kind of a complete list of all the different home styles that you could come up with. And I think, for our build, I think I do want to do something similar to like this right here with a first and second story and maybe even like a basement. But we'll start off pretty simple. And then this is something I think we can always kind of keep coming back to building new homes, maybe starting with one and building it up to a neighborhood. This is, I think, a image from the actual demo map that has all of the kind of individual pieces over here and a few, modular homes that have been built. But I think a really cool build idea here, we could start off by just building a basic home and then imagine we kind of turn this home into a scary movie slash, kind of horror video game map level where, there's a haunted basement and, I guess I'm thinking about like Phantaz Phantasphobia. That's the name of that game where you do like ghost hunting. So lots of opportunity here with this pack. Pretty excited about the possibilities here. But yeah, tons of really good stuff. Really excited to see kind of what we can come up with. I'm sure we'll kind of take some creative liberties along the way, just see how we can change and modify things. Got a nice pool out back. That'd be kind of cool to see if we can even perhaps fill that with water and kind of start to work on swimming mechanics, maybe. It's a nice home there. Really nice computer setup. That's kind of the monitor that I need right there. Um, but yeah, nice bathroom, stairs. So yeah, getting tons of there's basement, really good stuff there. But with that being said, let's jump into the build and see what we can start to come up with. So over here in the build, I've created a new level, just kind of the smallest 7 by 7 and the kind of 2 by 2 measuring size, and just a little kind of piece of starter content here, colored it red. This is going to be our indicator for kind of a little, close to human size. So as you can see, maybe a little bit above. I'm not sure how big the first person avatar is, but a little bit taller than that. And that's kind of what we'll use to gauge, a general room size, the height of that room, all of the XYZ related coordinates that we'll need from room to room. Um, and I think a good place to start here, of course, we know what we kind of want to go for, just a starter home, something I imagine that, well, nowadays home prices are ridiculous, but something that would have been about a $200,000 home or less. Um, and what better place to start with building a home than building the foundation? So I'm going to use some of the starter content and come into architecture and grab a floor piece. And let's raise that up just a little bit. So I think I kind of want to go for is a nice front porch. We'll put on the garage. Really just want to do the first floor here and really kind of run through that. And then we'll build off of this almost as like again, a remodeling project as we continue to work in this build. But with that being said, so we know that my human character out like that. Let's go ahead and put that up to 3. No, we'll go the other way. 3. Actually, we'll make that a 1.5. It's pretty good for a starter. So that'll be our front porch. And then as soon as we walk in, I think what we'll do is we'll duplicate this, move that back. Thinking we'll have kind of the stairs right here. Maybe then immediately we'll walk in. I'm going to turn this 90. Let's go ahead and pull this back to about here. Yeah, that'll be our kind of a side room over here. Oops. This will kind of be like our front door here. And then, trying to visualize this in my head. So, we'll walk up, have steps where we'll walk up here. This whole rectangle will be our front porch. And then kind of have our front door there. Immediately it'll open up and there'll be a gathering room here. Maybe what I'll do is duplicate this. So yeah, one room over here. So kind of wrap around. Porch, room over on this side. I think we might even make this one a little bit. Nope. Turn this up to about a 2. So that'll work there. A little bit wider there. Okay. Then we'll do maybe just a long bathroom over here. Let's duplicate this, and that bathroom's not going to be that long, but this will be our bedroom. So yeah, walk up on the porch, immediately walk in, long hallway to come to the back. The kitchen. Yeah, it's a good start. Like that. Okay, so it's a good start for a layout. Let's go ahead and put a foundation down. And we'll start with, so the asset pack actually imports under SHC underscore modular, and a lot of good stuff in here. But if you expand this house folder, we want to look for no, we want foundation exterior. First, let me move that. And yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and pull a couple of these pieces out. Probably just that piece right there is really all we need. We have a few pieces that are kind of the narrow version, although that looks exactly the same, even though the only difference here is this would be for the pool and that's not. And then we've got one that's kind of got like a cutout there, which we could use that. But you can see these are become fairly tall. But yeah, let's kind of use that there. That's great. Now let's go ahead and line that up at the corner. Oops. Then we can duplicate that, bring it over. Hmm. It's interesting how that's not lining up exactly. Let me try that one more time. There we go. Just go ahead and do all the corners real quick. And probably come back and try to find some kind of corner piece here. I don't like how those don't really line up. You know, if we did something like that right there, that just looks a little weird. So for now, we'll just kind of leave it like that. Yeah, that'll be good. And And I'm going to kind of just use individual pieces instead of one big long piece for each wall, just because what I don't like, if we were to come here and expand this, you'll see I don't like that. Immediately distorts this really badly. Versus individual pieces, you can kind of keep that realistic stone look. Wow, that was a perfect fit. How about that? Nice. Yep, so let's try to shorten that a little bit so it's not glitching. Hmm. That's all right. When we merge all this together after we finish this foundation, that won't be a problem. Oops, no, I don't want to do that one. I want to take this one. That looks good. Whoops. Yep, that's good. Oops. There we go. Almost there. Yep. Fortunately, I don't think that. I wish there was a corner cap here. I don't think there really is anything. Might just use like a column or something like that to fill that in. Maybe put some kind of material on it. I'm sure we can find something that'll do the trick. But yeah, once we get this done, we'll merge the floor that we have. We'll raise that up, and then we'll put some flooring down. That looks good. Looks good. There we go. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I have a relative of mine coming up, actually growing up, owned a construction company, and that's where a lot of my interest in architecture kind of came from. Maybe some overlap there with what were Unreal and kind of, you know, construction games and stuff like that. But talk about one of the best jobs ever growing up, with you know, some backstory. We'd have to do some demolition, and I would, as a teenager, would be able to get a sledgehammer and go into a really pristine room, whether bathroom that we're remodeling or whatever it was, and just rip it apart and get paid for that. How nice is that? But yeah, All right, so there's our foundation. Next, what I want to do is let's go ahead and tools, merge actors, floor one, save. That can go away. We'll keep these down here for now. Maybe piece those out later, but right about there. Let's go ahead and raise that up to say there-ish. Yeah, that way we can have a floor to raise and lower. It's all one, at least with this foundation. Great, like that. Let's get this out of the way, that out of the way, that out of the way. So I'm going to raise that, actually really raise that up for now. Be nice if it was that easy in real life building a home like that, but it's not. Okay, so we know that bit right there. That's going to be where probably this edge is where I'm going to start the porch. So let's come up here, house. I think there's one for, yep, we got stairs right here. Let's just look at these steps real quick. That could work if we framed it in better, but not ideal. That's probably going to be it right there, honestly. If that actually lines up with how I want that to line up. Yeah, I think let's just do that one. But let's take a look at all of them real quick. That looks exactly the same as that, but still pretty good steps. Maybe a little shorter bit of steps. Oh, handrail. Nice. Yeah, let's just go with the brick. So let's line that up. So I know that that's right there. I'm going to take this and pull that right in. So we'll do something like right like that, maybe. Now that's obviously not the first step. We do need that obviously to go a little bit higher. So I think what we will do is instead of starting from the ground, let's go ahead and raise that all the way up. Do we want to do it? And now I'm going to do that right firm like that. And then that's got that ugly effect there. I hate that it does that, but that's all good. And then let's go ahead and duplicate this. Line that back up. Let's move it out to about here. Yeah, it's not so bad. Very good. All right. Now that we have this here, let's go ahead and lower that a little bit and we'll frame in kind of the porch area. And I think we actually do have a really good bit of foundation for that. Um, oh wow, that's a whole driveway. Look at that. We don't need that just yet, but we'll come back to that. Mm, floors. I think this bit here will be probably the best. And let's go ahead and that's actually a pretty large block right there. So let's decrease that. Honestly, we can, yeah, that'll be good. Let's see here. It's a little, so let's, no, not quite. Yeah, it's not so bad. Although, no, I want that to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this off. Yep, that's pretty good. Then let's move that back. I don't think it gets much better than that seam right there. So let's go ahead and duplicate that. Just keep moving it down. Yeah, you can overlap this because again, once we merge it, it actually won't be a big deal. Just make sure the Z there lines up. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that. Great. Let's go ahead and raise this one up. That's perfect. Starting to come together. Lower that back down. Perfect. All right, perfect. Great. So we know the entrance point's going to be here. So I think first, though, let's try to get some walls up. Exterior walls. Just kind of look at what we got. Pretty good. I guess these walls also kind of have a bit of it. Maybe you could even use that as the interior. Yeah, because it's even got like an outlet right there. How cool is that? Have to be a little careful though, because you couldn't, you wouldn't have that many outlets, so we can't use this one over and over and over again. Um, what does this one look like? Not sure what kind of wall that is. Oh, it's the bathroom wall. Gotcha. Bathroom. Um, it's interesting how a lot of these have some kind of like a light switch. Outlet on there. I hope we have just some plain frames and oh, there's the corner piece we were looking for. Nice. Glad we found that. Same thing. Hmm. That's interesting. That's kind of like the wall without the or with the foundation. So I understand why they all have those switches on there. Let's see if we actually. I think here we'll probably have to get a little creative. I don't want to reuse a bunch, but I don't want the kind of the material to be distorted at all by making these too large or whatever. So, and we'll be putting furniture in there, so who cares if we have too many switches, I guess. But let's maybe start by. So that's kind of the basic one. Then we need a door. Exterior wall, double door, door classic. Guess we'll just go with the basic door. Nothing wrong with that. So let's pull that over here. Pull that up, something just like that right there. We don't want a floating door, so we'll drop that down. See, how does that look if we play from here? Yeah, I think that's okay. Great. So let's at least get some walls put up in here now. That's the bathroom. So we'll do a wall with a window. don't like that interior to that one. Um, okay, I think that'll be a good one. That seems like the interior to the bathroom. I don't want to use that. That's a good one too. That's not bad as well. Oh, that's pretty neat too. Look at that. Hmm. Lots of options here. Definitely be, I think, some room to play around with this a bit, but I think I'm gonna go. I like the idea of this kind of immediate sitting room having a big picture window. Walking in right there. So let's actually position that kind of center. Right about there. Can move that in a little bit. This can be raised up. There we go. Very nice. Although, yep, that doesn't have the board around the top, so maybe not that one. Let's just go maybe instead with a, pick this guy. Yeah, there we go. And then, so it's the normal wall here. We'll just kind of take this all the way down. Great. I do need to, now that I see, that does not have the top piece either. Wow. So there's a lot here. Okay, we'll just use this one. I see that one hasn't. Sorry about that. we go. That looks much better. Although that wall color is different. This is a lot tougher. There's a lot here. A lot tougher than I initially thought it would be. So that's that color. A lot of pieces here. Well, I think what I'll do is at least get some more foundation down and then we'll come back. And we've got, does that even, that kind of matches up. It's not so bad. But yeah, we'll have to really play around, understand which wall pieces. I'll kind of group those together and understand which ones go where. And because I don't want to be constantly worrying about that. But let's look at maybe a little bit more flooring down. Floors. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Move that. Just do, that's pretty good, just like that. There we go. Now let me do a shift, tools, merge actors. Call this floor 2. Delete that, pull that back out. Interesting. Something about this pack, I've noticed stuff doesn't like to be merged, so we may just have to do this piece by piece, unfortunately. I'm not sure. If you know in the comments, please do let me know. It would make my life a lot easier if that wasn't the case, but all good. We can just do this and make the best of it. Actually, I think I'll just leave that as 2. Okay. Should be a good little hallway there initially, and what we'll do next is work on this one right here. But yeah, should be a good stopping point. So for the next video, I think what we'll definitely do is pick back off on, we've got a front porch area. Nice size concrete porch. Kind of stage a lot of this with the walls and just to see what walls go with which walls, and that way we can duplicate those easier versus fishing through the actual content browser. And then yeah, we'll look to get pretty much the whole foundation down and start to put up more walls. At that point it would be a little easier, and then yeah, we should be moving along quite well. But I hope you liked it. Let me know if you'd like to see anything else in the comments, kind of with this build or perhaps a future build, and we will look forward to following up with the next one. But I hope everyone has a good day. Thanks.